Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Is Ben Armstrong right? Has XRP been confirmed as a world currency? Okay, let's get into it. So we've got a video here from Ben Armstrong, aka bitboy, and we're talking about XRP being deemed as a world currency. And as always, I just want to add my little 2 cents into this. So when I saw this straight away, at first when I saw world currency, I was like, okay, let's see what he's got to say. And as he got into it more, I started to realize what this was. And there has been an article about this very recently, so I get why this has now come out. But to be honest with you guys, this really is old news, and I will show you this very shortly. But I want to get into this first and foremost to explain what we're talking about and just what I think about it all, okay? So let's start off with how this all goes. Ben talks about Mr. X. Now, for you guys who don't know, Mr. X is a guy who Ben says is some kind of insider with Ripple. Now, I don't know if he's someone who was meant to actually work with Ripple, or he's just someone who knows exactly what Ripple are doing and XRP. And he was someone who basically told Ben a lot of this inside information about what's going to happen with XRP. Now, because of this, Ben was basically giving out a lot of projections of what XRP is going to do, etc., etc. A few things he got wrong, and I think he got like one thing right. Now, obviously, this is information that Ben is going by. Someone has told him, so I'm not putting that on Ben. If he's been given this information and he's just spreading it out, then it's whatever. I'm just letting you know, just so you get an idea of what's going on here, and just to add to the validity of some of the stuff that we're going to discuss, right? So he said that, Mr. X told him back in the day that basically there would be wholesale stable coins and retail stable coins. Now, when we're talking about retail stable coins, he's basically talking about like USDC, Tether, those kind of stable coins that, the general retail would use. Like when we're obviously getting in and out of crypto, we generally will hold stable coins and then use that to buy and sell, that kind of thing. And then he's talking about wholesale stable coins, which he was saying is more on like an international level. Now, he said, back then he didn't really know what that meant, but he says that he gets it now. I'm kind of with him there. Like, I don't really understand necessarily what the difference is between stable coins being international and national. Like, I'm not exactly sure what that means. But let's go further into this. He's basically saying that XRP will fulfill our dreams, which obviously is something that, of course, people want to hear. It's definitely a positive. And so he's now talking about how a representative from the World Bank are saying that XRP is classed as a stable coin. Okay. So what Ben is now saying is, when they're talking about this, he's not saying that this means that XRP will be stable in price. He's basically saying that banks will banks and countries will use XRP like they would USDC and USDT. So it will basically be like a bridge currency between CBDCs. And so when I started to hear the whole stablecoin talk, I instantly remembered exactly what this is in regards to. And we have got an article very recently that's come up about this. So I'm not sure if someone's recently found this article and that's why they're going back into it. So let me just quickly show you this. We've got it here. World Bank classifies XRP as stablecoin for cross-border payments. So this is very recent, but let's actually get to the source here. Okay. So just so you can see that I'm not trying to, deceive you guys in any way. I've done a quick Google search to find this. You can see their World Bank, right? So you can see this is directly from their source, their website. And we've got it right here. So stablecoins for cross-border payment. I'll quickly just go into this and I'll read what it says. A stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stablecoins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currencies. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency, XRP, and Stella Network's native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen, XLM. Both Ripple and Stella enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. However, they differ in that the former aims at improving cross-border settlement between international banks, whereas the latter aims at providing low-cost cross-border payment financial services to end users and the unbanked population. Okay, I'm not going to get too much more into that because we get the gist. There's something I just want to quickly show you before we go back into this, right? So this is the document that it's been taken from. I'm just going to quickly scroll up so you can see this. Here we go. Central bank digital currencies for cross-border payments, a review of current experiments and ideas, and you've got the date right there, November 2021, World Bank Group. So this is old news, guys. This is old news. This has been covered before. This really isn't anything new. I'm not sure why this has come back up, to be completely honest. Maybe, you know, an influencer has just found it or something like that, and then it's just regained popularity because, you know, some people have just seen this. Because you got to understand, there's people coming into the crypto space daily, right? So some people are still new. And so if you're a new, you know, XRP holder or whatever, and you're still like doing your research and understanding about XRP, a lot of this stuff is still new to you, right? So a lot of this stuff you are still learning as you go along. So this may be something that you haven't seen. But yeah, in regards to this, it's old. It really is old. So just getting back to the original point in regards to this. Let's get back to it. Okay, so here we are. So I'm just going to get to the point which I think is the main part that caught a lot of people's attention in regards to this. Obviously, mention it as a stable coin straight away is going to have that effect, but this is the part that I think caught a lot of people's attention. XRP, which is an open source blockchain, operates on the interface of peer-to-peer servers. It is supposedly capable of settling payment within 4 seconds and handling 1,500 transactions every second. Each transaction costs a fraction of a penny and requires a small fraction of XRP to be destroyed in the process, meaning the total supply of XRP decreases over time and, in theory, maintains its value. So I think that's the point that obviously everybody's starting to think about the whole stable coin argument. Okay, what do I think about this? This is one of those things where it's kind of difficult, right? Because whatever I say, people are going to say it's here in black and white. So there's not a lot I can really say to this that I think is going to have anybody believing what I'm saying over what they're saying, because this is the World Bank. My opinion is they just didn't understand cryptocurrencies properly when they did this. That's my honest opinion. I don't think they fully grasp this, because even when they put this document out, it says an experiment with ideas. So I think this is them still trying to learn and understand what this really is. Because, I mean, we see it right now, like XRP is currently being used, right? People are using RippleNet, people are using XRP for cross-border payments. They have partnerships. Is the price stable? No, it's not, right? It's not right now. So it doesn't have to be stable for XRP to be utilized. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, maybe if we're talking more long-term, when there's more value going through, maybe that will make the price more stable, because I've said this before, like, think about it just in terms of like the stock market compared to the crypto market. The reason why the crypto market is way more volatile right now is just because there's way more value in the stock market. There's already so much liquidity in the stock market that it takes way more to really shock the stock market to really make a real big price dent or appreciation, right? So, you know, in the stock market, if you see something drop like 1%, like that's big, because it takes a lot of value to affect the market in that way. Whereas in crypto, we can see a drop of like 40-50% and be like, yeah, that's crypto. Do you know what I mean? Like, we expect that, right? So if we're talking about like value overall going into XRP over time, increasing it, making it way more effectively stable, not saying it will just be like a fixed price, but effectively more stable because there's way more value in it. Yeah, I can kind of understand that from a long-term perspective, but again, this is something that has to be achieved, right? It's not like XRP is right now a stable coin. It's not. We can prove that that's true right now because we've seen XRP since the resolution of the lawsuit go up to like 90 cents, drop down to like in the 30 cents, and now currently sitting around just underneath 50 cents, right? Like we can see the differences in the price. So to me, this is provably not true. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, could it be a thing where this is what they're talking about, behind the scenes and this is what's going to happen? Well, okay, you could say that, but then if it's behind the scenes, why is this a document that's readily available for everybody to read? Do you see what I'm saying? So when people are saying like, oh, we've got this secret information that we're not supposed to know, like, well, all it took for me to get this was a Google search. The document is readily available for everyone to see. So I really don't think this is them trying to give you like breadcrumbs of like some secret thing of what's going to happen. Because if that was the case, they just wouldn't tell you. Like they wouldn't be putting things out like this if they didn't want you to know. So again, to me, I just think it's a thing where they're still trying to understand the technology. And this is them still trying to get their head around it. That's just my personal opinion. Hey, look, I accept that I could be wrong. Maybe this is completely right and bang on the money. I don't know. And as I said, maybe this is more of like a future outlook. Maybe they're talking more about like when XRP is way more adopted. It could be that they're talking like it's more stable at that point, right? So, yeah, in my eyes, I'm not saying that this is, I don't want to say it's a lie or anything. I just think it's more of a misunderstanding in my opinion. But I'm sure you guys who are obviously, big on XRP are going to see this and say, well, we're going to take the World Bank's view over yours. And that's fair enough. Like, I'm not here to try and tell you guys what to believe. It's completely up to you. But all I'd say is it's a proven fact as of right now that XRP is not a stable coin. So we can already kind of prove that this is incorrect, because if banks are currently using XRP, they would need it to be stable as of right now. But that's not the case. So I can't see how this could be something that is really the big secret formula. I just don't see that being the case. But nonetheless, like, this is old, guys. Like, this is from 2021. So to be honest, why this has come back into circulation, I'm not sure. I'm really not, but this is really old news. So I've seen this from way back when, and we can kind of, again, see over time, nothing's changed. So doesn't time kind of prove this to be not really accurate? But I'll leave it there in that regard. Okay, so there's just one other thing I'm going to cover here, because there was another video that Ben did, and I did just want to touch on this as well, because I felt this one was a lot more accurate in my opinion. I felt like this one was a lot more on the money. So we've got this video here, explosive XRP insider info, and we're talking about Ripple buying, is it Standard Custody, I believe? They've brought another custody firm, and it's in regards to the reasoning behind this. So Ben's just basically talking about them doing this and why he thinks this is going to be massive for Ripple. And he's talking about basically what their plan is in regards to doing this. So he's basically saying that the point of this is that they want to be, Ripple basically want to be a one-stop shop in the crypto space. I completely agree. I can completely see what the vision is with this. I think Ripple ultimately want to be one of the biggest one-stop shops when it comes to crypto. I think it's going to be a thing of, hey, we can do cross-border payments, we can do custody, we can do NFTs, we can do tokenization, we've got all these types of utility. Come to us if you want to use us for our services. And it makes sense, because the bigger that your reach is as a company, obviously the better gain you can have financially. And this is obviously big for XRP, because we've got to just be realistic, guys. Yes, I'm not going to say that they're just going to focus on XRP. They're not going to do custody and say we only do custody for XRP. Of course not. But they're going to want to make sure that XRP has success, because that helps them with their company, right? They're the main stewards of XRP. So XRP gaining value is good for them, right? So that really does make sense. And the other thing he was talking about is when they brought this company, it's not necessarily for the assets that they hold. It's more so they can get the licenses, because when they've got the licenses, this is what they can use to operate in countries and, expand their use cases. Again, I agree. This is the point. Like, you get their business licenses, it's helping the company having to do that rather than having to go and get them from the ground up. So it's already saving them time. So to me, this is going to expand their reach. It's going to expand what they can do as a company. And ultimately, obviously, because they hold XRP, they're going to do what they can to try and make XRP benefit from this. So I do think this is a big deal. I think this could be massive for Ripple and XRP. I'm definitely excited to see where they go with this. And I believe this custody company as well, I think it's more for institutional investors as well. So, you know, they could be holding institutional custody for the big banks and all these types of, you know, entities, that kind of thing. So imagine what that can do for Ripple, and imagine if they're doing, you know, benefits in regards to XRP that can help them get XRP a bit more value flowing. So yeah, I definitely think this could really be a big deal for them. So in regards to that one, I think that video was definitely, I definitely agree with his points there. So that was a good video as well. So yeah, overall, 2 good videos here. In regards to the, you know, the cross-border payment thing, the stablecoin issue, as I say, this is old news. So to be honest with you, there's probably influencers who've discussed this in the past already. I saw this back in 2021. Like, I actually remember seeing this. So to me, this is nothing new anyway. And as I said, that's my thoughts on it. I do just think it's a misunderstanding in my opinion. But in regards to the second video, in regards to them buying the custody company, I think that's something that could be massive for Ripple. I really think that could be big for Ripple and XRP, because that is going to expand their business and ultimately help with XRP's adoption. But what do you guys think? XRP classed as a world reserve currency. Do you agree with this? Do you think that XRP is actually a stablecoin or will be a world reserve currency? Do you think that this would be good for XRP's price? Or do you not agree with this? Do you not think that XRP could be the world reserve currency or a stablecoin? Or do you just not think that this would be good for XRP's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.